It's a baby girl, baby precious. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we need to talk about Erika's wife. How people are saying that she's not mourning her husband, so we need to talk about it. So we need to know why she's not mourning her husband. She's acting like someone who does not love her partner. People that love their partner act act like someone who is in pain, like someone who is in sorrow, but he act wrong. So let's see why people say that she's not doing those things. Okay, follow me for more.
It's like, lady, didn't your husband just get his face blown off like 2 seconds ago? And not to be insensitive about it, but everyone's thinking it. No one wants to be the asshole. No one wants to say it. Everyone's thinking it. Everyone was thinking it when she gave the first speech. Everyone was definitely thinking it at the memorial. Nobody wants to say it because it's inappropriate. It's insensitive. I am the troll, right? So I'll be the one to say it. I think it's super inappropriate. I think it's inappropriate. I think it's weird. It's bizarre. Something is off there and I don't like it. But they're doing the Super Bowl commentators with the headsets on, doing a media table. They're selling merch, registering voters. They got pyrotechnics. Is this WrestleMania or is this a funeral? Like, what are we doing here? And then the day after the funeral, I'm getting 500 texts and emails. Erika Kirk here. I miss him. Every time I blink, every beat of my heart. Make sure to donate $5, $15, $25. It's like, okay. Then they're doing a show. Did you see the show today? And so prescient. I said it last night. I said, I'm getting like a fake vibe. Something's off there. And people say, well, everybody grieves differently. Yeah, I don't know how much mileage we can get out of that one anymore. Something's not right there. Very bizarre, weird vibe there. And did you see the show? Erika hosted the Charlie Kirk show this afternoon, and she's like, she looks like she's over the moon. She's happy as a clam.
If you got time, watch this.
This moment will make your heart cry.
My husband, Charlie, he wanted to save young men, just like the one who took his life. That young man, on the cross, our Savior said, Father, forgive them, for they not know what they do. That man, that young man, I forgive him. I forgive him because it was what Christ did and is what Charlie would do. The answer to hate is not hate. The answer we know from the gospel is love, and always love. Love for our enemies and love for those who persecute us.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we need to talk about something about Erika's wife. People are asking, why does she act like someone who just loves her husband, who does not love her husband? And honestly, it's a fair question. You need to be educated to know about it. When you lost a partner gravely, suddenly show in your face, your eyes, the way you speak. But Erika's wife look too controlled, too punished. It feels like image and performance are more important than real emotion. This is a bigger than just one family. It shows how much it shows how much it shows how much society, especially people connect to power, are trying to hide their true feelings. They protect their status and their image instead of showing honest pains. This makes us ask, is this mourning or is this stage acting? Because when love is real, the break is real, you can't fake that forever. So she's faking all that. So people are asking, why is she faking all that? Why is
I just also want to say thank you to the audience, because in the days immediately after, I mean, we looked at each other a couple of times going like, what are we going to do here? And so many of you guys signed up to become members, members.charliekirk.com. So many of you bought the t-shirts at charliekirkstore.com, that you gave us this breathing room in this really hard time. And it was like, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if we've got a show. We don't know what any, but we committed to the staff. We're going to keep you. We're going to keep you, and you committed to them very clearly. Maybe say something.
I said, you're not going anywhere. You can choose to leave. Any of you can choose to leave, but you're a part of the Charlie Kirk family, Charlie Kirk Show family, and we need you. Each one of you serves a purpose and a role. And again, if the enemy tries to come in and divide, you'll be able to see that very clearly, but we will all remain a united front, and the show will continue.
I mean, a little behind the scenes here. Erika did that speech where I'm standing right now on the podium, somehow got through that, her national address. Then she walks out there to where all of our staff are, and she then goes on to do another speech to all the staff, telling them, you're not going anywhere. We're keeping the lights on. We're doing everything.
I mean, look at this face. As of the recording of this video, we're only 16 days out from a supposedly brutal, horrific assassination of the love of her life, of the father of her 2 children. And she's acting like it kind of didn't happen. Are we going to hear about the Romanian angels situation? Are we going to hear her address what some people are saying, that she's been banned from Romania for a certain thing that people are accusing her of? 16 days out. I would expect this maybe from somebody 16 months out. But I have grandparents, and I know people, and you probably do too, that still mourn the loss of a loved one who wasn't taken during a horrific assassination or some kind of unexpected accident, something where maybe a loved one was struggling with cancer for a couple of years, going through chemotherapy, and the doctor's like, well, get your things in order because so-and-so only has 6 months or 12 months. And even after that, you don't recover like this. Even after preparing yourself 16 days out from the actual demise of the individual that you say you love, am I tripping? Or is this as bizarre to you as it is to me?
TikTok, let me ask you a question. If you were famous and you just watched your husband or wife get shot in the neck by a sniper, how long would it be before you brought your ass back out the house? Let me explain something. I've been around the homies that's been shot, and after they got shot, knowing that the people that shot them were still around, I didn't want to leave the house for a little while. I've watched men go down on motorcycles who are no longer here anymore. It was weeks, almost a month, before I even thought about touching my bike again. So how is it that one can watch their significant other get killed in front of them by a sniper and then turn around and do a memorial service in an open stadium with 70,000 people there? Make that shit make sense. And don't tell me the Secret Service was there, so they were there to protect her. Because if they was good at doing their job, then Donald Trump would still have the tip of his ear. It amazes me sometimes that people don't realize how humans really work. You all don't understand the stress, anxiety, depression that comes behind losing someone like that. The only reason why you don't understand it is because you haven't lost someone like that. And this is the only reason why they're still able to pull the wool over some people's eyes. But once again, if the judge finds one lie in your testimony, the entire testimony is thrown out. We have no autopsy, no bullet, no case. Everybody on TikTok that has become detectives have already solved this case. If you're still believing, then that's all you're doing, is believing. And this is for entertainment and educational purposes only. I told y'all, I'm just joining the script, writing my own, trying to be a great producer like Spielberg, just better.
I'm just gonna say it, Erika Kirk's behavior is unsettling as fuck. It's not conveying real grief, it's conveying performance. It's giving uncanny valley. Like, this woman came out on stage to pyrotechnics, timing her body language and her crying to the music. Then she gives a speech that comes off as more of a piece of performance art than it does as an expression of real grief. And when you look at that woman's face, there is not a single tear streaming down that woman's face. There is not a single smudge of makeup out of place. She's making it look like she's crying, but she's not really crying. So yeah, the whole thing is unsettling as fuck.
And her, when grave is real, you can't hide it. But her face, her body, and her voice, all too calm, too staged. It feels like she is more worried about camera than her feelings. This showing her image is treat like power instead of honest emotion. She's giving us performance, and in a society built on power games, performance always come before truth. People say that she is not acting like someone who lost her husband. Emotionally, she's not acting. She's supposed to be in pain, sorrows, not all the whole platform she negotiated to start where she does video, she laughs, she smiles, she does not cry. Some are saying that she does not even cry when the burial of her husband is taking place. So, are we being serious here? Huh?
Y'all, Candace just called out Charlie Kirk's wife.
I do want to assert here that I'm uncomfortable with the fact that despite all of the friends that Charlie Kirk made, all the schmoozing that he did, presidents, right, department heads, I am the only person that is publicly demanding further investigation into his assassination. Why? It's totally rubbing me the wrong way. Something's not right here. Even Turning Point USA, they're just like, we've accepted, like, obviously there are holes in this narrative, and they're just like, we're gonna just keep up his show. What is going on, actually? I just want to say that and get it off of my chest. I don't like it. Throwing it to some of our sponsors, I tell you all the time about Preborn, because I've watched way too many people are standing up for truth. That's what I do here.
She took over Turning Point USA. Charlie Kirk's wife took it over. She's talking about her. Yeah, Erika, she is exposing a lot of things. Why aren't you asking questions?
Erika Kirk is acting so weird. She's just acting bonkers for somebody who just lost her husband. She's not even grieving. She's so put together, and she's doing the show, and she's just like moved on. There's something super fishy about this. I have seen this going all over the place. So many people are up in arms, even big supporters of Erika and Charlie Kirk, and they're saying, there's something weird going on. I've even seen some conspiracy theories going around because her behavior is quote unquote not how it should be, considering her husband was just assassinated 2 weeks ago. I've said this before regarding grief and bereavement, especially an immediate loss, such as losing a spouse, losing a child. You don't know how you're going to react and behave until you're in that situation. My little boy Garrett was killed in an accident when he was 3 years old. At the time of his death, I was the pianist for the children's group in our church. We buried him on a Friday, and that Sunday, 2 days after the funeral, I had my butt back on that piano bench, playing the piano, singing along with the kids as if nothing had happened. The month following his death, I was full of so much positivity and proactivity. we're going to see him again. This is just a tiny little glitch, a tiny little hiccup in our mortal experience. That's what I was telling myself. That's what I was telling my children. That's what I was showing the world. It takes quite a while for the permanence of such a terrible situation to set in. For me, the permanence of my son's death started setting in somewhere around month 5. Just think about the amount of support surrounding Erika Kirk, the amount of people lifting her up. Not only that, but she is driven by the very cause that got her husband killed. People are commenting saying her hair, her nails, her makeup are immaculately done for his memorial. A couple days before my son's funeral, we weren't really friends, we were acquaintances, but she was a hairdresser, and she sent me a text and asked me if I would like her to do my hair the morning of the funeral, like give me a nice blowout, just to help me look a little bit more put together and feel better about myself. I had another friend offer to give me a manicure and pedicure. I had a couple friends offer to come over together and get my hair and makeup and everything done for the funeral. I wasn't a celebrity. My child wasn't a celebrity. My family, we weren't celebrities. It's not really an uncommon thing for people when they are just wanting to feel like they're serving you. They need some sort of an occupation to make themselves feel like they're useful, because everybody feels pretty powerless in that situation. So it's not uncommon for people to reach out and say, hey, can I help you with such and such, to help you get ready for the funeral. So just imagine the amount of people that were coming forward offering to do Erika Kirk's hair, makeup, nails, etc. It's really not that weird. This is the tricky little bitch about grief and bereavement. There will come a time where the permanence of this is going to hit her. There will come a time where she feels angry. There will come a time where she feels completely beaten down by this tragedy. Now, is she necessarily going to show this publicly? Maybe not, but she's gonna go through these things. Nobody gets away from it. So maybe just back off and remember that you don't know how you would react in a situation like that until you are in the situation.
We're living in a timeline where Nick Fuentes is actually making some goddamn sense for once. What the hell? So Nick Fuentes is calling out Erika Kirk because she's out here giggling, doing podcasts, media tables, selling merch, running donation campaigns, as if her husband wasn't just very publicly, for all to see. And he's saying what everybody else has been saying, that something's not right here. Like, I know we understand that people mourn differently, but I don't think we can keep using that in this instance. Nick said he was literally getting text messages talking about it's Erika Kirk. I miss him every day. Don't forget to send $5, $25, $35. Like, what are we doing? And the fact that there were pyrotechnics at the funeral. Pyrotechnics. Like, it's giving concert, not memorial. Like, this is why the Groypers and the king of Groypers, Nick Fuentes, is calling MAGA grifters. It's all a grift. They are literally used car salesmen, and Nick has been calling them out. I do not agree with him and his white supremacist views and his nonsense that he spews and his hatred that he spews. On this, though, he is correct. Because I'm sorry, when grieving looks more like a brand rollout, yeah, people are going to have questions. Because you can't watch your husband's face blow up one week and then the next week be laughing and promoting and promoing and giggling and podcasting and, campaigning and like, huh? Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. See, this is why I told y'all, this is why the Groypers cannot stand MAGA. This is why we saw what happened to Charlie, because they don't like how soft and how sellable they are, how it's a brand, it's a package, it's a grift, it's a scam, it's a pyramid scheme. These people, Nick Fuentes and his band, want extremism. They want action. They want real white supremacy.
I saw a video of a woman talking about Charlie Kirk's wife and how she looks like she's super joyous on this podcast, which is awfully strange. And I get that. I don't want to judge anybody for how they grieve, but nine years ago, my aunt passed away and it took me 2 years to get over it. I mean, I cried every single day for 2 years. When I was hanging out with friends, I was crying. When I was on a date, I was crying. It was like clockwork. I was always crying. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. I was always thinking about our mortality and just so many different things. And I didn't even get to see my aunt when she passed away. I only spoke to her the night before. And even 5 years ago, I ran over a squirrel accidentally because it like kept running into my car, and I was swerving, and eventually I hit it anyway, and I stepped out of my car, dropped to my knees, and held this little squirrel in my hand whose eyes were like popped out. It was just awful. And I cried and cried and cried, and I put it somewhere else where, you know, it wouldn't be run over again. And it took me a month, if not a little bit more, to get over that. I don't know, but it seems like this lady has healed like an X-Men. Like, she's literally healed like Wolverine, and I'm just like kind of shocked. I don't know if that life insurance check was crazy good and, you know, she's just kind of wiping her tears with $100 bills, but is she still in shock? Like, what's going on? Oh, there's a squirrel over there.
What did you think? She's grieving in her own private way or something not adding up? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and don't forget when you see my video, click to stop to watch it because it's very interesting. I give you guys what you're supposed to be hearing from this platform. Remember.